Alright guys, I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm going to do this real quick. Flex drive versus owning a car. Now here's the cool thing about Flex drive. On Flex drive, when you pull up, it already has the insurance and everything taken care of. You just have to gas it up. Now the first $250 deposit is a pain in the butt. But then after that, if you choose a car wisely, you may only be spending like $170, $180 a week. If you pay ahead though, for 28 days, you'll pay like 600 and something bucks on some cars, maybe $7. However, most of y'all probably think like, damn, that's a lot of money, 600, 700 bucks. Okay, let's break it down. Let's say you get a car at drive time. You put a $500 down payment on it. 2 weeks from that first $500 down payment, you'll owe drive time 221 bucks. Also, outside of owing them that 221 bucks, you will have to pay for insurance. On full coverage on most vehicles, I don't care how good of a driver you are, when it's not totally owned by you, it's going to cost you easily 150 to 200 bucks. So let's say you're paying 220 every other week plus 170 in insurance. You do the math, 440 to 450 bucks. Plus that's 700 bucks. So in this situation, you're just paying the 600 or 700 bucks up front, and you don't have to worry about the insurance. And then if it's something mechanically wrong with it, you don't have to pay for a damn thing. You just take it back, you get another car. Also, instead of paying 500 down like you would at a drive time or a similar buy here, pay here lot, you're only paying 250 down as a deposit. And you're driving all type of new cars. If you're a worker or somebody who's in the delivery game or works for tech companies and you make money daily, it may pay off. Also, I think Flex Drive lets certain people who drive with either Uber or Lyft use their work or use their cars to work, So y'all have to correct me on that. I don't know exactly which companies let you do it. But to make a long story short, if you're going to pay all that money, plus have to be in charge of the maintenance if something goes wrong, why not do something where you can switch a new car when you want to? Because what I figured out, now I know people are probably thinking like, well, after a while, what if you don't pay the car off? Or what if you have a car paid off, you actually own a car? That's a good argument. It's all about what you prefer. But how many people actually go through 4 full years of drive time paying $220 every other week with all the stuff that goes on and goes wrong nowadays, and how electricity, gas, and internet and phone and all these bills are so high? Health reasons. There's so many ways that things go wrong for people and it just doesn't work out. Now, drive time may be perfect for you if you're retired, you had a good career, or you're a teacher or something like that, and most likely you'll always have a job in teaching. But for somebody who is living paycheck to paycheck, Flex Drive is probably a better option, especially for the younger generation, because guess what? If something goes wrong, you don't have to pay anything. Obviously, unless you crashed, if you're a jackass and you crash the car. That's a different story. But if like for example, I know somebody, and I'll say it like this and I'll end the video. I know somebody got a car at one of these buy here, pay here lots, paid the $500 down payment, worked good for 6 months. All of a sudden there was something wrong with the brakes, got the brakes fixed, no big deal. Tires was getting flat, no big deal. All of a sudden the electric start messing up on the car, got a new battery, no big deal. Then after they got the new battery and the oil change, guess what happened? The car wouldn't go in reverse. Then it was a transmission problem. Here's what sucks about it. If that was Flex Drive, they wouldn't take a hit on their credit. That would just be the end of it. If the car didn't work, Flex Drive comes and picks it up, you drop it off. It has nothing to do with you when it comes to maintenance. This car, you have to pay the maintenance, and then meanwhile, while you got to pay the maintenance, you're getting behind on the payments that are $220 every other week. So now you're not going to be able to pay that or ever catch up, and then on top of having to pay that and never catch up, guess what else happens, ladies and gentlemen? Your credit takes a big hit. Now, it's going to be even more difficult for you to buy a car the next time. Now, if you have great credit, If you came out of college, you got the perfect job, or you came out of high school, you got a good job, and you made a career out of it, and you have good credit, and you've been able to put a certain amount of money down on the car, and then you only have a $200 payment every month, once a month, that's great. But a lot of these buy here, pay here's, when you have to pay them bi-weekly, it can be a nuisance, and it can be really tough and really hard on somebody. And then their bi-weekly, guys, is not like your monthly. Like a lot of people who own a car, they'll put $2,000 to $1,000 down on it with good credit. Sometimes they won't even have to put nothing down if they have great credit, and they'll just simply pay $300 a month or $280 once a month, not twice a month, for 4 years, and then they'll pay a car off. $200 versus $400 is a big deal, especially when you got to deal with the maintenance. So that's just my experience. I think right now with all the things going on in the world and as tough it is to pay bills and everything, Flex Drive for a young techie millennial or somebody who's graduated from college between 2008 and 2012 or 2008 to now and is not having the greatest of time getting a perfect job, Flex Drive is probably your best option because everything's included, and then if something actually goes wrong, you take it back and you get another car. Alright guys, it's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Flex Drive a better option. Peace.